I was always, I don't know, standard Ryu and Ken fan on the Street Fighter back in the day, because of course you had the fireballs and the dragons, and they were always what everybody wanted to do. But no, I developed, you know, for myself through many beat 'em ups, Fatal Fury, and then of course into Virtua Fighter and all the rest of it that's come through to today. And of course today, you know, there's always the, you know, which beat 'em up is best, as it was years ago, the Street Fighter versus Fatal Fury. Now it's Virtua Fighter versus Dead or Alive. And of course, yeah, something we want to find out about is why different fans like different games and all the rest of it. But yeah, it's always interesting.
I was always Blanca.
Oh.
Blanca, I know, how different can you get? I was like, I'm going to be a big green beast with orange hair. Now, more from Alan and of course Ryan coming up later in the show. But now let's have a closer look at today's feature. It's the absolutely outstanding Dead or Alive 4. Developed by Team Ninja, Dead or Alive 4 crashed onto the 360 in January 2006, quickly establishing itself as the fighter of choice for console combat, thanks to its intuitive controls, lavish graphics, and scantily clad girls with huge knockdowns. Released for the Sega Saturn and PlayStation in 1996, and heavily influenced by Virtua Fighter, the first Dead or Alive broke the fighting mold by placing a greater emphasis on speed, as well as the inclusion of danger zones, areas that inflict extra damage to the player. Several sequels followed for the Dreamcast, PlayStation 2 and Xbox, until Dead or Alive 4 marks the first outing for the franchise on a next-generation machine. The game features 22 playable characters and many multi-tiered and interactive fighting arenas, with punches, holds and throws forming the central strategy. Yet this is no button basher, with top players rarely using the same attack in a single round, while combos, several different attacks delivered into a knockout blow, are the key to scoring a quick victory. Each character boasts different moves and different fighting styles, ranging from kung fu and karate to tai chi and drunken boxing. So stay tuned for 90 minutes of fast-paced, arcade-style action that packs plenty of punch. Oh yes, plenty of punch indeed, with Team Ninja's sensational Dead or Alive 4. Now guys, the Dead or Alive franchise in itself, bit of a winning formula really. I mean, you've got big beautiful babes with big breasts, battling it out, beautiful arenas. Is it just eye candy, or does it go deeper than that? Your views?
It goes deeper than that. I mean, the eye candy obviously appreciated by, I'm sure, yourself, Alan.
Always.
Of course.
Absolutely fantastic.
But there are some really good gameplay mechanics in there as well, with the countering system, and it's a really good alternative to Virtua Fighter, which obviously is a big game, but it has a really steep learning curve. Dead or Alive 4 has an easy learning curve, so anyone can pick it up, go for some basic moves, do some basic combos, and it really appeals to gamers on that level.
I have to say though, I've been kind of like doing a bit of research into this, you know, doing my job. A lot of people have said maybe that is true from the previous titles, but Dead or Alive 4, they purposefully made it a bit harder because they had a bit of potential for the gameplay to be a bit boring, just holding back, waiting and doing a counter-attack. How have they changed that in this one?
Well, what they've done is they've tweaked it. They've tweaked the countering system, where previously you go for a counter and then that would kind of be it, be forgotten about. But now you can perform a counter move while you're being attacked. And it has a really clever risk-reward ratio, where if you go for a counter and you miss, your opponent can do an even more powerful combo. So on that level, there are even deeper gameplay mechanics for people to go into.
And how important are pulling off a good combo in this particular game?
Oh, it's always very important, as ever. I think you know, how you use your parries and how you use your counters is going to be all important to the people who win the games today. I think just going back to the Dead or Alive, obviously it's been around a long time. You mentioned the eye candy.
Yeah.
You can't go without.
You can't miss it, really, can you?
It's all about breasts, isn't it? And in a way, it is something that they've built the franchise on, and they've built that, you know, it got a lot of news, and they've really started to build a better game on it, you know, with Dead or Alive 3 and now Dead or Alive 4. There's no doubt that the gameplay's come a long way from Dead or Alive 1 years ago. The question is, can it get the Virtua Fighter purists? And at the moment, they're two very separate camps, and I know Ryan probably knows a bit more in depth about that, but we'll just have to see. I think today we're going to see more depth in the play of Dead or Alive than we thought sort of existed, really. I mean, these are the best players.
It's going to be a little bit less predictable now, because I think they are, you know, the game's grown up a bit, and gamers are expecting it to be a little bit more challenging, so hopefully we won't see such sort of cautious play. Talking about today, talk us through the game rules. What are we going to be seeing from Dead or Alive today?
Well, today it's going to be obviously best of 5 rounds. We're going to have 3 matches, and it's the best of those 3 matches as well. So we've already watched the quarterfinals. It's some exceptional play in those earlier. We've got some quite stunning talent here today as well. We're really going to see, you know, some of the top players and what they can do. And like I say, it's going to be pretty exciting, I think.
Absolutely, nice one. Well, of course, there'll be plenty more chat coming up. But before we launch into the first round, let's have a look at the rules for today's tournament. 8 players are taking part in a 3-round draw. That's a quarter-final, a semi-final and a grand final. Each match is the best of 5 rounds. The first round is a single match competition, the quarters the best of 3 matches, the semis the best of 5 and the final the best of 9 matches. All characters are available with stages selected at random. Danger zones are turned on and arcade sticks are allowed. Yes, arcade sticks are allowed. Alan, are you a fan of this kind of peripheral?
Oh, massive fan. I mean, I've been an arcade gamer for years and years. When it comes to beat 'em ups, shoot 'em ups, you know, anything in the 2D genre, you know, you'd use a stick. And you say 2D genre, but effectively, as many of the players have discovered, Dead or Alive is, you know, a 3D game played on a 2D genre, 2D field as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
2D
absolutely.
play.
I mean, a lot of the players today did grow up in the arcades, as it were,
Exactly,
and it's a lot
yeah.
easier for them to make the transition to console with an arcade stick than suddenly jump to using pad. And I think today there are a few players who do play in the arcade who have brought an arcade stick with them, so...
Does it actually add to the sort of dexterity that you have to have, do you think, or does it kind of just give you that whole kind of old school arcade hall kind of feeling?
I think it's a bit of both. I mean, the buttons are certainly easier when you're laying your hand flat. You can access them a lot quicker. It's a lot easier for pulling off 360 movements as well. I know Hayabusa has a throw which uses a 360 degree movement. And also, I think there's a slight, tiny bit of intimidation where you see someone with an arcade stick and you think that guy knows his stuff.
Do you think peripherals like the arcade stick encourage a bit of button bashing, of which Dead or Alive has kind of been accused of in the past?
You know, I don't think they do. I think because it's...
You could just headbutt it though and hope for the best.
Oh, I know, but it's specifically purists have gone out and bought these, imported them, all the rest of it. We'll have to see how it does today, though, because I've been very impressed with the control pad users, actually. I think some of the pad users have done the best today, but in my experience, a good stick user, you're not going to beat him. You know, Ryan Hart, bit of a legend there, thought I'd mention him. He's great with the stick, and as I say, we'll see how it goes today.
Okay, well, it's now time to review who perished in the quarterfinals and meet the fighters who have made it through to today's semis. Okay, now this is player 1. You're seeing Avatar Pada, otherwise known as Padaman. He's 18 years old and from Birmingham. Next player, this is Richard Newton, otherwise known as Grunt Dude. We love it. He's a wee child and he's 17 years old.
And as you can see, Padaman playing as Ayane and Richard Newton playing as Hayabusa. A very close match, this one, with an unusual ending. It looked like Richard Newton was actually going to make a comeback when he was hit by a pterodactyl of all things. And you'll also find here that the psychological effect of this match is telling, because it was very, very close. Now, in these kind of situations, tournament experience really comes into it, Alan.
Oh, definitely. It was really close, swinging both ways. I mean, this went right to the final round, and it was just taken right to the wire. These two very evenly matched, and Richard was unlucky to lose that one. And there's our winner, Avatar there. Fantastic game.
Okay, what you're seeing now, this is Inti Lagos Brown. He's otherwise known as Masamoon. He's 22 years old, from London. He's still a student and he plays for 20 hours a week. Favourite game? Tekken Tag. This is Jamar Jaja, who he'll be playing against. He's 20 years old, also from London, also a student. He plays for 35 hours a week. Favourite game? Ninja Gaiden Black.
Bit of a surprise as well. Masamune has a lot of tournament experience, but Dead or Alive 4 isn't his specialist game, and I think this really showed. Jamar, an absolute textbook example of how to play Dead or Alive 4. He was staggering his attacks so his opponent couldn't counter. He was getting in throws when his opponent did try to counter. And really, this was the most one-sided match we saw today.
I know, yeah. I mean, Jamar was really, really impressive. I think with going through to the semis, he's definitely one of the strongest players we've seen. Absolutely fantastic play, and there he is there. Well done, Jamar. Great bit of play there.
Look out for him. He's one to watch, definitely.
This is Shazab Bakari that we're seeing now, otherwise known as Linux. He's only 18 years old, from Putney. He's also a student, got a lot of students here today. His favourite game is Super Mario Brothers. He puts in about 20 hours of gaming a week. He'll be up against Jonathan Cheyoung. He's 17 years old, another student. He plays for 12 hours a week. He loves Half-Life 2.
Well, Shazib's favourite catchphrase is "boy better recognise," and I think in this match a lot of people will be recognising. Absolutely laid the beat down with Kokoro. Really impressive use of combos. Whenever there was an opening, he just went for full punishment. Absolutely no mistakes from him. This was a real top draw performance.
Oh yeah, absolutely fantastic. Again, like you say, this will be great in the semis. He's another one to watch out for. Very strong, very confident, and dominated. And there he is after that win. What a confident win there as well.
We're now looking at Stephen Knowles. He's otherwise known as, and I love this, Dr. Mook Mystery. He's 18 years old, he's from London, also a student. He likes to play for about 10 hours a week. Favourite game, Dead or Alive 4, which should put him in good stead. He'll be up against Mingzi Deng. His alias is Messi. 23 years old, he's from Bath.
Well, this was a real mismatch, and the word goes. Spartan, probably the worst character in the game, and Hayabusa, probably the strongest character in the game, and unfortunately for Dr. McMystery, it just proved a little bit too much for him.
Yeah, I mean, good to see Stephen come out with the Spartan. Brave move. I was saying how the Spartan really is similar to, say, the Zangief of Street Fighter. When he grabs you, he can do enormous damage. He got a couple of comeback rounds in there, but in the end, it was all over, and there's Mingzi there. Fantastic game. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, those were the Thumb Bandits gearing up to do battle today. Right, now, after seeing the action from the quarterfinals, what do you reckon, guys? You've had a quick peek. Who is your money on?
Shazib. He looked really impressive with Kokoro, taking an unusual character, not going for the Hayabusa or Kasumis, but taking Kokoro to the tournament and just really, really impressing with her. I also think Jamar is one to watch as well.
And of course we've got a character, one of the guys out there, his favourite game was Dead or Alive 4, so I'm hoping we're going to see, obviously, a lot of good play from him, but maybe also the guys who started out in the arcades, maybe they're going to do quite well.
Struggled today, that, you know, to adapt themselves to the world of Dead or Alive, but I have to agree with Ryan on Jamar as well. I think Jamar, you know, was very, very strong. I mean, Inti was not an easy player to beat, and he's experienced to beat him ups, but Jamar just took him apart. And
the only worry with Jamar, I think, is he doesn't have much tournament experience, and I think as the tournament goes on, the pressure might tell on him.
Now, a couple of our players, I think, are going to be using the arcade stick. Do you reckon they're going to have a bit of an advantage?
It's possible. I mean, it depends. If players who tend to use the arcade stick grew up in arcades, players who grew up in arcades tended to go to tournaments.
Right.
And there's a psychological side to fighting games which most people overlook. But really, if you can go into a fighting games tournament and you can hit your combos consistently, you can outthink the other player, you can read the other player's patterns, that stands you in good stead, and that's the kind of things I expect from someone who's using an arcade stick.
Okay, now our players should be limbering up for the first of our semis. Any advice? What should they be doing?
I think Jamar will want to practice his combos, just in case. Like I say, not much tournament experience. He's going to want to make sure that when he is feeling nervous, he doesn't miss a beat, because that could be the difference between going through and getting knocked out.
Okay, now, don't go away, because after the break we have the first of our semi-finals to play. There will be blood, sweat and maybe some tears. The stuff of beautiful memories, or should that be memories?
Over. The latest issue of OK has arrived. This week, world exclusive. Brad and George invite only OK to the party of the decade. Plus, Sheryl Crow introduces adopted baby Wyatt. It's out every week and it's in the shops now. I'm going in for my copy. Copy? OK Magazine. First for celebrity news.
Coming soon on The Match. 8 of the hottest players take each other on in the hottest game on the PS3 right now.
He is a Terminator in the face. Oh, proper and again, yeah, wow, bang. He's a man on a mission. This is a demonstration in how this game should be played.
The Match, Resistance, Fall of Man. Come on, Grimsby. Coming soon on The Match. 8 of the meanest drivers in the dirt.
They're off the line and away they go.
Buckle up and hold on tight for Motorstorm Mayhem.
Very nice there. Bit of a pro. Oh, lost a couple of competitors there though. Oh, we're seeing cars exploding everywhere now. Unbelievable.
The Match, Motorstorm. Let's get dirty.
Hello and welcome back to The Match. It's hotting up, quite frankly, in the studio here. About to see the first of our semis in Dead or Alive 4, which is very exciting. But before we see all that, joining me on the sofa is, of course, the gorgeous Ryan. Now, Ryan, what do you think? How important is it, the character that you choose to play? How important is that? And will there always be an advantage that some characters have over others?
Well, it's massively important. There are so many different characters, some with really quick attacks, which enables them to just constantly attack. There are others who are more defensive and have more of a throw-heavy game, for example. And in this semi-final coming up, we've got Ayane, who is a very attack-orientated character, versus Jan Lee, another very attack-orientated character. So I think what we're going to see is just both these players absolutely go at it, hammer and tongs, until only one of them standing at the end.
Well, I hope the style of play isn't going to be too cautious, because obviously we want entertaining here, don't we?
Absolutely. I mean, having watched the quarterfinals, Avatar certainly likes to attack, likes to mix things up, and he's not cautious, but he's very clever with what he does. He tries to stay away from being too predictable. And it's the same with Jamar. I mean, Jan Lee is a very predictable character. He doesn't have an awful lot of moves to be going on with. But Jamar seems to know that, and he seems to know he has to mix up his moves. He has to stay unpredictable and keep the other guy on his toes. So I think it'll be a really interesting matchup between the two of them.
And what about the environments? How important is it to take advantage of your environments?
Well, as we saw in the first quarter-final with Avatar versus Richard got KO'd by a pterodactyl just as he was mounting a comeback. So it's something you always have to keep in the back of your mind, whether it's a wall combo coming up, knocking him off the stage. Always be aware of the stage around you and what's happening.
Excellent. Well, more witty chat from the gorgeous Ryan, of course, coming up. But for now, let's take a look at our players in the first of our semi-finals. Okay, now this is, of course, Avatar. He is 18 years old. He plays for 20 hours a week, and he should be in really good stead because his favourite game is our very own, of course, Dead or Alive 4. So I've got high hopes for him. He's going to be playing against Jamar, who looks dead serious about this. He's 20, from London. He puts in 35 hours a week, so again, he could have a bit of advantage there over Avatar. Okay, so now you've seen the players. What do you reckon? Who's your money on?
I think probably Avatar. He seemed to be very, very clever in his opening round, and even though he almost lost it, I think he was up against a very strong opponent. He has tournament experience. I think he'll just about edge it.
But of course they've got very different achievements, haven't they? Avatar actually did really well in WCG 05. He's second place nationally, whereas Jamar actually played on Gamesville playing Tekken 4.
That's what I mean about the difference in experience, because obviously Jamar hasn't had that same high-level tournament experience, and it is so hard when you're competing and there's pressure, and it really does affect you psychologically and also how you play, which is why I think Avatar has the advantage here. He's been in this situation before, he knows what he's doing, he has the experience. That will pull him through.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Well, I think that's enough from us. Time now to hear from our boys in the box. That's our commentators, Ben and Alan.
Well, hello, Emily, and hello, viewers at home. I'm Alan Boyston, and I'm joined today by Mr. Ben Talbot from Official Xbox Magazine. Hello, Ben.
Thanks, Alan. You all right, mate?
Looking forward to today's game. So, Ben, you're a big fan, along with Ryan, of Dead or Alive 4?
Yep, it's one of my favourites. You know, I'm a 360 man myself, and this game was developed specifically for Xbox 360. I'm also a really big fan of mixed martial arts, and martial arts don't come much more mixed than this.
Excellent. Well, the game's kicked off already. Obviously, we've got Avatar, who's going to be playing as Ayani, and we've got Jamai playing as Jan Lee. You can see Avatar there on the left-hand side of your screen. So we'll see how they do well.
Yeah, Jan Lee's based on Bruce Lee, and he does Jeet Kune Do, which is kind of a holistic martial arts, so it means he's a very well-rounded character.
Yeah, instantly, and a lot of his moves actually replicate some of Bruce Lee's moves out of the movies as well,
definitely.
don't they? You know, if you look closely. Quite an even start there.
He's got the
very
swagger
close
of
between
Bruce
these
Lee.
two. So let's see what they're doing now. It's going to be down to the combos, it's going to be down to the parries. Very fast start. We've got one round out of the way already. Fantastic start for Avatar there. One round ahead. Let's see whether Jamal can come back. Jamal was very aggressive in those opening rounds.
And Avatar's character practices Mugen Tenshin, which is a kind of ninjutsu, and most people know the kind of ninjutsu is about avoiding attacks. So he's going to try and stay away from Jan Lee's very powerful strikes. You know, as any martial art will tell you, if you can't kind of reach them, no matter how hard you're striking, your efforts are going to be wasted.
Well, Jamal comes back into it there. 1-1 now. Very quick start for these two fighters. We're going to have to see. It's going to be very close at the moment. Such fast and furious action. Both using their moves at the moment. It really is down to getting in a combo, then the other player takes over.
Yeah, it's nice to see Ava using the environment there. So he smashed him down to the bottom tier.
And again, 2-1 now. Wow, that round absolutely flew by there. Avatar absolutely battered Jamal in that round.
I think Avatar's using the environment a bit better. He seems to be trapping the opponent into the corners, using the wall. He's a bit of a wall strategist, this man.
Now, do you think this is pressure? Ryan mentioned that pressure could get to Jamal, and that's it. And that's another win there. So that's the first fight over there, as you can see. Avatar won it, and it was a fantastic battle. There's Jamal. You know, it's 1-0 down at the moment, and at the moment, Jamal's got to come back into it. It's now or never for him.
Yeah, this is a really great stage, Alan. You've got to be careful about the cars, you know. This environment is really, really damaging this time. So if you get caught on the wrong side of the road, you can get knocked over and it will do you a lot of damage.
Yeah, and there's not really much you can do to avoid that, is there, Ben? Really, it's just a bit of bad luck occasionally.
Well, it's about putting yourself in the kind of right place at the right time. So you've got to use the environment strategically. And they were saying earlier that this is kind of a 2D beat'em, but I kind of disagree in that respect. You know, you really do have to move yourself around with a kind of 360 motion. Some
fantastic combos there from Avatar, though. You've got a fantastic combo there. At the moment, Jamal's trying to come back. Wow! And he manages a comeback after that with just a slither of life there. Fantastic win for Jamal. Jamal needs to come back into this now if he's going to do it. This fight will be the decider for him. Of course, it's still 1-0 to Avatar in the fights. And in this fight so far, Jamal's winning by 1 round.
Avatar seems to be a little bit better with using the combos here, I think. He's definitely using a bit more counters as well. And that was a perfect victory there. Well done.
Yeah, fantastic. So it's 1-1 now in this match. It's very close. These guys are very evenly matched. Jamal took a while to get into his game, and we're going to have to see how these two handle it. Oops, looks like somebody hit the old guide button there, but we're continuing anyway. So let's see how they get into it now. Now, at the moment, a lot of combo breaks. You're seeing a lot of little blocks as well, aren't you? But you know, they're blocking some of the grab moves, blocking some of the combos. Very cagey play, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. I think they go for the blocks more than the counters because, as Ryan was saying earlier, the counters are too much of a risk-reward scenario.
Well, 2-1 to Avatar now. You know, that was a fantastic few moves he got in there. Once Avatar gets a combo going, it's very hard breaking, isn't he? And he's still using those environments, thrashing Jamar against the walls.
Yeah, Jamar's had a few really good victories here. I mean, when he tends to win, he seems to be perfect in his opponent.
Well, look at that, 2-2 as we were talking. I mean, he just walked it in that fight there. He just absolutely took over it. So it's 2-2 now. Jamar's got to win this if he's going to keep his hopes alive. Otherwise, it's going to be all over. Very close, looking good for Avatar, and it's over. Avatar wins his second match. That's 2 fights, 2 sets to 0, and of course Avatar wins. He goes on to our final. Oh, is it 5? Sorry. And we move on to our next match. And so no, it's the best of 5 in this round. So as we can see, Jamal's still in it, and we're going to see how it continues from here.
This is a very exciting stage, Alan. You know, the first player to go down will take a lot of damage. Always different.
Absolutely. Well, Avatar, he's one of those first few, using a fair few good combos there. It seems to be quite similar combos he's using, the spinning, following the kick.
I think he's got a few masters and he's sticking to what he knows, which is good, you know. I mean, if you start like trying to be too flashy, you can pay the price, I think, in this game.
Excellent. Well, at the moment, Jamal, this is Jamal's last time to advance back. My mistake there earlier. Let's see what he can do. He really needs to He's got to win some of these now if he's going to come back into it.
Jamal looks like he's got a lot of bottle here. I don't think he's going to lose.
Now, are they using the sort of same combos all again? Does Avatar have a better repertoire moves? It's 2-0 to Avatar at the moment. Jamal, he's not coming back into it. Let's see what can happen here.
Well, Avatar's using the environment better. I think that's the kind of bottom line. He's already kicked him off the bridge, and he seems to be trapping him in the corner quite a lot, so there's not much room for him to escape.
Well, there we go. Avatar, if he didn't win it before, he certainly won it now, Ben, and that was a fantastic finish for him there.
Awesome.
Very
really
confident, and wow, yet again, I have to say Avatar's the winner for the second time.
Oh, he's a cool customer, that man. He's
fantastic, as we look forward to our second match and go back to Emily in the studio.
Well, that certainly was fast and furious. That was the first of our semi-finals. I think the winner there is going to be really, really hard to beat. Do join us after the break for post-match analysis, more chat, and of course our second semi.
With Tuxedo's Blue Diamond card, everyone is welcome. Activate instantly, top up and use in millions of locations worldwide. Go shopping, use online and withdraw cash from ATMs. Give a card to family and friends here or overseas, even use to receive your wages. Everything is provided when you get your pay-as-you-go pack, including your prepaid Maestro card. Call free 0800 915 2000 to get yours now. That's 0800 915 2000 or go online.
Coming soon on The Match. Gridlock, Mausoleum, Clock Tower, Rooftops, Mansion, and lots of action. Boom! See 4 Down take on the Elite Machine.
2 kills there. An absolute legend. Fire in the hole, baby. Absolutely dominating.
The Match, Gears of War, Lock and Load.
Welcome back. You're watching The Match with me, Emily, and 360 expert Ryan. Now, Ryan, what a last round. What did you think of that? Were you impressed? Was there any contest there?
Oh, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest.
Really?
I think Jamal just let the pressure get to him. You could see in the opening round there, he crumbled. And it took too long for him to really get into the match.
And there's no time. When there's precious seconds there, you haven't really got time for nerves to take,
there's really not. I mean, by the time he got into the match, he was already 1-0 down. Avatar went 2-0 up, and then obviously he had a mountain to climb, and again, with a mountain to climb, he just couldn't face it and just crumbled.
Now, of course, Avatar does have, as we were saying earlier, quite a lot of tournament experience. Did that wing it in his favour?
I think it showed. I think he just got all over Jamal as soon as the match started, just wouldn't let Jamal settle down. And Avatar really showed his experience. And once he got going, he was just attacking from all angles, throwing when Jamal was going for counters, just really, really getting into Jamal's head. And you could see Jamal just froze. It was like a rabbit caught in headlights.
Okay, well now that's the chat, that's what your opinion is. Let's put it into action. This is what we've just seen.
Yeah, I mean, you can see here that once Avatar gets going, Jamal doesn't really have an answer for anything that Avatar's doing. And Iyane's got a lot of tricky attacks, a lot of clever mix-ups, and Avatar really uses Iyane to her full potential here.
And a lot of great combos are being used here as well.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the key things in any tournament in a fighting game is when you get an opening, you have to take advantage of it. And doing that in Dead or Alive is just unleashing your maximum combo. And to be fair to Jamar, once he gets back into the game, he does have some nice moments.
He does have a comeback for a little bit, doesn't he?
He does have his moments, but Avatar's experience is telling, and really, he just had the mental strength to win out.
There he is. There's the man of the match. Okay, well, now it's time to see our very own red-haired lady who is with the winner right now in the games room.
Hello, here I am with Avatar. Congratulations. So you came first place in the first semi-final. It was 3-0. Now, with a score like that, you must be very, very happy. How do you feel?
Well, at this level, I couldn't expect the opponents to be easy, but that match, it went pretty well. I came with a good counter strategy, and it was quite effective.
Now, why did you choose to use Ayane as your character?
Well, she's got a lot of tools. She's good at spacing, creating distance between the two characters, good at poking, and she's alright versus Janli.
Now, I know that you've been quite worried because you couldn't find this particular 360 pad, and you were very, very anxious about it. Now, what's so special about this 360 pad?
Well, I've modded the D-pad a little bit. It's a bit looser, and the directions, they pick up a bit easier.
Why is that important?
Well, with a character like Ayane, it's all movement based, so I had to move around the screen, and hopefully she can react.
Well, congratulations, you made it through to the final. I hope you do well.
Thank you very much, the ever-gorgeous Kate. Now we just saw Avatar there talking very much about his favourite character. How important is that? How much have you really got to know your own character?
Oh, you have to know your character inside out. I mean, what you find at high-level play is people tend to pick one character and just stick with that character, because you even get things such as combos that will only work on certain types of opponents and not others. So you really need to know the absolute ins and outs of your character. And that's what Avatar showed there. He used every single tool Ayane had. Like he said, clever spacing, some good mix-ups. He really showed that he knew that character inside out.
Now, obviously, Avatar is through. He's through to the next semi-final. Who's he going to be facing?
Shazib, I think. I think he just, with Kokoro in the quarter-final, he was so impressive. I would be shocked if he didn't go through.
Well, your prediction was right last time. Your money was on Avatar, so I lost miserably. Let's take a look at our player profiles. Who's going to be going through into the next semi? Okay, and here we are. This is Shazeb Bukhari. His alias is Linux. He's 18 years old, from Putney. He's also a student. He puts in 20 hours per week, and his favourite game is Super Mario Brothers. He's going to be playing Kokoro, I believe. He's going to be playing against Mingzi Deng, ages 23. He's from Bath. He's here to represent China, apparently. Okay, now we've seen those player profiles. What do you reckon? What kind of advice would you give these guys? What should they be doing right now?
I think what they'll be doing is just going through a few combos. I think they'll just try and phase out the tournament pressure. Just try not to think about it. Just really concentrate on what they're doing, because at this point, semi-finals, it's all about concentration, not letting the pressure get to you.
Okay, well, you've heard everything from us. You've heard Ryan speaking. Now it's time to see our commentators in the box. It's the ever-informative Ben and Alan.
Hello, Emily, and hello, you as well. That first match was over very quickly. I think I was shocked. I think for me, I had to double check. Bit of deja vu on the ending there, but we got it right in the end. And wow, Avatar was absolutely brilliant. Starting our second fight now, Shazeb will play as Kokoro and Mingzi as Hayabusa. Hayabusa, you recognise as the ninja there. Of course, it's from Ninja Gaiden, isn't it?
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden, one of Team Ninja's other games. You know, it's set high expectations for that game, for 3D action games. And yes, it's nice to see the Halo background being in use here.
Excellent, and a fantastic background it is too. So straight away, it's pretty close between these first two at the moment, but already Shazeb getting off to a flying start there. But you know, at the end of the day, Mingzi's coming back again, very close in this first round between these first two. Wow, and straight away, you know, Shazeb.
That was very close.
Yeah, Shazeb there came with a few hits, very close there. Yeah, I'd say it's quite a standoffish round there, Ben.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's nice to see matches a bit more evenly fought than the last one. You know, it was a bit of a whitewash, in my opinion, last one. So I think this one's going to go right down to the wire.
Well, these two, they're both handling the pressure pretty well so far. Looks like that pressure was definitely an issue in the last match, but look, right now, it's pretty close. But, you know,
it's a real ding-dong battle, this one.
And Mingzi takes that one as well. So it's 1-1 now into the third round.
and we'll have to see both standing off a bit. Nobody wants to run in there. Everybody wants to block a move, but then doesn't want to get grabbed at the same time.
I think they're both doing a really great job of anticipating each other's attacks, so they're going for the high and low blocks, and they seem to be going to have a pretty good success ratio with that.
Well, at the moment, Shazeb's looking strong in this round. He's got quite a big lead. He just needs to run in there, a couple more little hits, and bang. 2-1 to Shazeb. Very strong in those first couple of rounds. Here we go again. Looking for a third round.
Deng's trying to trap him in the corner, but she's fighting back. She's trying to get out of it. So you can see that the kind of pitfall there.
Exactly. A few little leg sweeps there.
Oh, turned it around. Now Deng's pinned in.
It's much closer between these two, isn't it?
Hits her shield.
Yeah, very close. But Shazeb wins it in the end. Very fast, isn't he, with that character?
So fast, honestly. Both characters.
That's the first match win to Shazeb there. On to the second match now. We'll have to see if Mingzi's going to come into it. It's going to be very close, isn't it, between these two?
I'm glad Deng brought in his passport photo to show us all that.
Well, here we go. Next match now. You've got to watch out for pterodactyls on this match.
Yeah,
as
definitely.
Well,
in the first round we saw someone got killed by a pterodactyl. That's a bit unfair,
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? They can hit you in the head, but straight away, at the moment, Mingzi's coming back into this. He's a strong contender as well. Never write him off. And he's... Wow, what a great start there.
Yeah, and you have to expect the unexpected in a fight in a kind of prehistoric world.
Absolutely, Ben. Anything can happen. Probably will.
Raptors are kind of an unknown quantity, aren't they?
At the moment, Mingzi, he's come back into that 1-0 to Mingzi.
Well done, Mingzi. That's good.
Yeah, looking good for him. Very close battles here.
There's a lot of throws going on here, but they seem to be missing them. We hit the Velociraptor.
Now, is that sort of countering the throw as well we're seeing there?
Yeah, to counter a throw, you have to do a throw yourself. So it's a paper, scissors, stone mechanic in this game. Punches will kind of override throws, but two throws will kind of counter each other up.
Mingzi, 2-0. Mingzi suddenly turning it around here. Is he changing his technique?
Just get a bit more aggressive, and I think in this game, the more aggressive players will win. It's no good to just stand back and keep blocking all the time, because eventually someone's going to get through your guard.
It does seem like aggression is the key, isn't it? Of course, the other option is blocking, but of course when you're blocking, you're open to a grab.
Yeah, and you're not attacking. I mean, basically you've got to be launching punches to do damage. You can't hurt your opponent by blocking.
Excellent. Well, at the moment, we're going to have to see how these two...
This is dead close. This is really close.
Yeah, we'll have to see how these last few turn up there.
To finish.
And at the end of the day, it's very close. But Shazeb came back into that. So it's 2-1 now. Mingzi leading there. On to the next round.
I think both players are aware there's quite a tight time limit on this game as well. They've got less than a minute to beat each other. And no one wants to go onto the timeout.
Well, Mingzi's got off to a great start in this round. Looking good. There's only a little bit of life left. Just a couple of little punches and he can have this one. This will get him straight back into the match.
Wait a minute, the Velociraptor. Oh no, he's taking some damage.
Oh, an unlucky
Oh my god, he's come all the way back. That's amazing.
Oh, unbelievable comeback there from Shazeb. That was tournament play at its finest.
Sure,
wow.
He's not taking any nonsense here.
Fantastic. Good combos. Brought him back. Raptor was a bit helpful. 2-2. And it's all to play for these two now. Very, very close, isn't it now? Who can get in there? Both a bit standoffish. Looking for that combo.
Right, here we go. Now they're kind of bottling a bit. They're kind of chickening out.
A little bit of dancing there.
Yeah, dancing.
Oh,
nice
very close there. And now I think you're going to see Shazeb being a bit more aggressive. Oh, this is it now. And a win for Mingzi there. So, 1-1 now. Very close. There's Mingzi. He's happy about that one. It's got him back into the match, giving him a bit of confidence as well.
He's a stone-faced killer, that man. I can tell. Look how intent he is.
He is.
This is a good stage, Alan. This is a really good stage. You could smash it through the window, and it's a bit unfortunate that Deng started so close to the window. Oh no, but he's he almost knocked himself out for the window.
I know, it's very close. You don't want to fall out through there. Now that will do massive damage.
It will do massive damage. Yeah. We will suffer quite a lot.
Well, it's one match all. Obviously, on to the next match now. And the first round here has been won by Mingzi. Keeping it going.
Yeah, he's locked him through the window. I mean, that's kind of neutralised that stage effect there, so no one's really got the advantage of that because he got it right at the end of the round. But there is still some more tiers on this level, so you can do some more damage by knocking him off the stage. And I think Deng's getting dangerously close to the stairs here. He's going to go over that balcony any minute now.
Well, Shazeb being a bit more aggressive there, trying to get in a few combos. Not quite finishing all the combos. Missing some of those final hits.
He's got Shazeb near the stairs now as well. You can't knock him up the stairs, but you can definitely go down.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's very close again. Shazeb looking strong, and now it's 1-1 there in this round. Shazeb picked up the pace a little bit there, got him going.
It's really hard to call this one. It's just electrifying, honestly. And there's the Azuna drop, Ryan Hybles' famous move from Ninja game.
Yeah, and a fantastic game that is too.
Yeah, and it's one of the most powerful moves in Dead or Alive as well, but it's very hard to execute. So all credit to him for actually going for it, not just launching in, but
fantastic throw there as well.
Another Azuna drop.
Yeah. And it's very close, very bitty play though. No one's getting a full combo in here. They keep breaking each other's combos.
It's a bit tit for tat, isn't it? You know, it's like one person goes in, one person.
Got a win there by Mingzi. 2-1 now to Mingzi. Really getting back into this match now, isn't he, Ben?
Yeah, definitely. But you know, Shazeb's going in with a few more counters. He's kind of like trying to keep track of them, and he seems to have a bit of a better success rate with those.
Exactly. It's much more evenly matched. Much more evenly
Another
matched.
nice counter there.
Yeah.
But yeah, every fight is going right down to the wire here.
Oh, that's it. Mingzi came in there. A few last-minute punches. He wins that match now, so it's 2-1 now, and we're going on to the next match.
So, Alan, who do you think is going to win this one, mate?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, we went into Shazeb being the favourite, but Mingzi, you know, following that first round, he seems to have learned Shazeb's techniques. He seems to be picking up on them. He seems to be I think what it is, Shazeb has several regular combos, and if you know what they are, you know how to counter them. And I think at the moment, Mingzi picked up on those and he's countering them quite well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Shazeb's pulling out a few flash moves, though. I really do appreciate the fact that he's not just going for the straightforward stuff.
Shazeb won that round. He needs to get back into this, but, I mean, I think he needs to rotate his play a bit more, doesn't he?
Yeah, he needs to be a bit more
A few of those secret moves, perhaps he's holding them back for the final. Who knows?
One of the things, they got hit by a cheater there.
As you do.
There's another stage hazard, you can never tell. I mean, you can actually get knocked out of this fight by a cheater, so you've got to kind of like keep your eyes on them. The only way to get around it is to do a quick
I know, you've got to be dead unlucky if that happens, isn't it? It's a random element in the world of Dead or Alive there.
You wouldn't find that in many other fighting games. So.
No, but look at this now. I mean, Mingzi's on the edge of death.
No one wants to lose this.
No. Oh, and it's going to be close.
Yeah, he's playing the clock here. He's playing the clock.
Oh! Shazeb there came through last minute.
That was so quick I didn't even see it.
2-0 now in this particular match to Shazeb. Wow.
Shazeb's got
it all to do.
Shazeb's got a lot of parts.
Yeah, we've got to keep going. You know, it's all to do now. We'll have to see how it's going to go. Mingzi wants to come back into this. Oh, and he had a big lead.
There haven't been any big combos really. It's all been like 2 or 3 hits.
He hasn't got long. He's going to have to fight. Oh, there's another round there to Mingzi. Very close now between these two.
This stage also has tiers as well, but no one seems to have gone anywhere near the kind of boundaries. So they're risking getting hit by the cheater, but that's about the only danger you get here.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
Oh, that's gonna hurt you. Yeah. How unlucky is that?
Oh dear God!
Cheater comes over and gets you. And it's very close again, but Mingzi's looking strong. Wow, he's come straight back into it already. 2-2 now in this match.
Yeah.
Now, if Mingzi wins this, he wins this match. He goes through to the final.
And it was
so very close.
Good for Shazeb as well. You know, there's a bit of animal cruelty. You know?
Yeah.
As inflicted some punishment.
Yeah.
So Azuna dropped there. Massive damage caused by that. Very good.
Excellent work. It's very close now. Shazeb's really trying to get back into this. Shazeb looks strong. Shazeb comes back into it now. 2-2 now. So it's now 2-2. They go on to their final match. Winner of this match goes on to the final.
Yeah, I really hoped he would go this far, you know.
Looking at Mingzi there.
Mingzi, yeah, he looks determined still. I mean, he might be a bit downhearted by that loss, but he should still keep going.
Excellent.
This stage is very dangerous. I mean, the floor is electrified. It does suit characters like Hayabusa. Yeah, the danger zones, you know, it's really interesting. You can hit them into the walls, you can hit them into the floor, and it does inflict more damage than normal attacks. So choosing the right character for these stages is essential.
So those electrified areas do a lot of additional damage to your character, but a great start there from Mingzi. Very strong. That's his first round. So remember, who wins this fight goes through to the final. Straight into the second round there. Very quick. No hanging around on the replay for these guys. Very bitty play there, isn't it, though? Breaking each other's combos all the time. Getting close to the walls now. Dangerously close.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's used the walls to their advantage a bit more. I mean, this stage is perfectly suited for that kind of attack.
Now, Mingzi's got a better character for throws, hasn't he? For as far as wall throws.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he's thinking about it.
But there you go.
Well.
2-0 now to Mingzi. Now, this is it. He's going to win this now. If this is it, final round.
Yeah, if he wins this, he's right through to the final. I think he's got a good chance there. So
Shazeb's going to come back. It's got to be now or never. It's not looking good for him at the moment. Just a few little pokes by Mingzi, and it's over. This would be another shock, wouldn't it?
I think he's run out of gas, honestly. There you go.
And there we go. It's over. Mingzi goes through to the final. Another shock of the day. And both myself and Ryan King have got it completely wrong. There's Mingzi, and we go back to the studio.
Thank you very much, Alan. Well, that was a much tighter, perhaps flashier played semi-final there. Do join us after the break. I think we need to take a breather for all the reaction, post-match analysis, gossip, and, of course, the final. We'll see you soon.
PC Riley took base over. The latest issue of OK has arrived. This week, world exclusive, Brad and George invite only OK to the party of the decade. Plus, Sheryl Crow introduces adopted baby Wyatt. It's out every week and it's in the shops now. I'm going in for my copy. Copy? OK Magazine. First for celebrity news.
Hello there, come to bingo.com, enter the promotional code and get your £5 free play. Remember, bingo online is bingo.com.
Coming soon on The Match. 8 of the meanest drivers in the dirt.
They're off the line and away they go.
Buckle up and hold on tight for Motorstorm Mayhem.
Very nice there. Bit of a pro. Oh, lost a couple of competitors there though. Oh, we're seeing cars exploding everywhere now. Unbelievable.
The Match. Motorstorm. Let's get dirty. Coming soon on The Match. The fastest laps, the tightest corners, and the fiercest competition. It's PGR free time.
There are some very good racers out there who are relentless. It is extraordinary. He must be feeling the pressure. Oh, and he made a mistake on the chicane. He's not European champion for nothing.
The Match, PGR free showdown.
Welcome back to The Match, where we've just seen the second semi-final of Dead or Alive 4. Now, Ryan, what did you think of that one? It seemed much smoother to me. They played a lot tighter, didn't they?
It was a lot closer, and a lot of it is to do with the character matchup. Kukoro's a very, very strong character when she gets close to her opponent, but she struggles to get close to Hayabusa. There's a lot of range attacks. So what you saw then was a lot of standing off. They didn't really want to get close to each other. Shazza was a bit afraid of closing the gap. Mingzi would just sit back and wait for him a little bit. There was a lot of mind games going on, a lot of throwing, a lot of countering each other's tactics. It was just a brilliant match.
What did you think of their strategies?
I thought Shazeb had it right at the start. He was getting very, very close to Mingzi, not really letting up on him. But then I think Mingzi was very, very good at reading Shazeb, and as soon as Shazeb would get close, he would get countered, and then Mingzi would back off, create distance. Shazeb would get close, get countered, and you could see Shazeb was maybe getting a little bit frustrated by it. So Mingzi really just played a textbook semi-final match there. Just really psychologically got under Shazeb's skin and frustrated him.
Now, we heard the commentators saying, mentioning things like the play was quite bitty. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, what you saw there was Shazeb in particular stopping a lot of attacks short. So he'd do punch, but he wouldn't follow up with a kick, knowing it would be countered. So what they were doing was they were playing extremely safe, because there are predictable attacks, but they were trying to steer clear of them because they didn't want to be countered. And that's what you saw there, which is why it seemed bitty, because you'd have a lot of attacks that would start but wouldn't necessarily finish. The reason they did that is just so they wouldn't get countered.
Okay, well, that's your opinion, very valid. Let's take a look at all of the action, the highlights even from the second semi-final. Here we have it.
Well, here you can see Shazeb's now close to Hayabusa, and he's really able to unleash with throws. That one you can't take out of, so the minute you start that first, guaranteed damage. And that's really where Kokoro's at her best, close to the opponent, able to really use her mix-ups and her powerful punch as well. But Mingzi, really, once he figured out Shazeb's plan, incredibly quick to adapt, really good at creating distance between the two of them. And even when Shazeb was getting close, he just wasn't letting up. He was countering everything he was doing. There you can see a low throw off Shazeb's counter. When you have an opponent who is reacting to everything you do and seems to know your move before you do it yourself, it's really disheartening, and I think that's what we saw here.
It's now going towards 2-2 in the game now, so it starts to get a bit more neck and neck.
Yeah, Mingzi took a 2-1 lead, and then Shazeb came back to make it 2-2, and it looked like it was going to be really, really close. And here you can see in the last match, again, back and forth all the time. But Mingzi really just had that extra little bit of class when it mattered.
Yeah, absolutely stunning environments there as well. They're taking advantage of the environment very much there. Okay, well, that's what we've just seen. Time now to go over to the lovely Kate, who is with our finalists.
Here I am with Mingzi and Avatar. As you say, they are our finalists now. Mingzi, you just completed semi-final 2. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling quite good, quite normal, because there's finals after, so...
Now, how are you feeling about the final? Are you confident?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, a lot. Because the person I was fighting, you know, Shaz, he was a lot more difficult than the guy standing beside me, I think so. So
you think Shaz a lot better than Avatar, so you're basically going to demolish him, do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, fighting talk. What do you make of that, then?
Messi right here, he's just another high booster user. I've beaten one today and I'll beat another one.
Ooh, very nice. But I mean, how are you actually going to go about it? Because it was a very close match last time. What tactics are you going to use?
Well, I've got to stay away from punching, because obviously you can convert that into Izuna drops, which takes a lot of damage. Other than that, I'm just going to play my normal spacing, baiting with punishing game.
Well, that's fighting talk, guys, but in the end we shall see. Good luck.
Well, they certainly look pretty confident. I don't know if they're quaking in their boots. I know I would be. The final is coming up. What do you reckon? Who's your money on this time, Ryan?
It's going to be very close. I mean, Mingzi was very good with those Izuna drop counters, but Avatar, very, very tricky player. I'm going to go with Mingzi. He sounded so confident.
I wanted to go with Mingzi, though, because, yeah, he's quite cool, calm and collected in his play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you have someone who's that confident, really, it's intimidating to go against someone like that.
And the characters are going to be playing Ayane and Hayabusa. How will they be pitted against each other?
Well, Ayane, again, needs to get close to her opponent, but not quite as much as Kokoro. She has got range in her attacks. And I expect the way Avatar will be playing is he's going to try and avoid falling into Hayabusa's Izuna drop counter. So it's going to be interesting what he does. I expect to see a lot of throws in this. Again, a lot of mix-ups. I think Avatar's just going to go straight in the offensive attack. I think Mingzi's going to sit back and try and soak it up.
Okay, well, our money at the moment is on Mingzi. But I think it's time for the final. Let's go over to our boys in the booth. It is, of course, Ben and Alan. Take it away, boys.
Hello, Emily. Well, the final is here, Ben, and wow, what a journey it's been.
Yeah, well, I kind of go against the commentators there. I think Avatar's going to win this one, because he was the stronger of the semi-finals by far.
He was very strong, wasn't he? And, you know, we're kicking off now in the match, and obviously fighting talk from both of these guys, and we kick off straight away in the final, and straight away Avatar is pulling no punches.
Yeah, it's a 5-hit combo there. It's a very good start.
Fantastic start for him. No letting up. Bashing Mingzi against the wall. This round is over. Avatar demolishes Mingzi in that first round.
I think the Stegosaurus put him off there.
That's what it was. That prehistoric action in the background.
Yeah.
Always there when you least want it to be.
6-hit combo, very nice. You know, I think the combo's coming up now. This is good to be a bit more slow.
No, Mingzi said, I've had enough of that, pal, and I'm coming back.
6-hit combo of his own.
Already. Well, no, he studied that first round from Avatar, and he's not going to have any of it. So straight away, it seems like turning the tables in this second round, and bang, that's all over. One game all in this first match, and wow, it's very even, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think part of the tactics involved here is reading your opponent's moves, and they've had the chance to see what each other can do now, so that makes a big difference to them. I think they'll be trying to anticipate it a bit more.
Absolutely. Well, pressure gets to these guys, but it didn't look like Mingzi was the slightest bit affected by pressure. Avatar seems super confident as well, but 2-1 there to Mingzi. 2-1 to Mingzi. Well, yeah, I mean, it's
yeah, I mean, was it arrogance or was it confidence? You know, you can't really tell. It's just, Mingzi seems to be the kind of guy that might maybe kind of goes out on the street at night, so real fights, you know, he seems that cool.
He does, doesn't he? Very determined. Not someone you'd want to bump into, but hey, it's 2-2 now. Avatar's come back into it, and it's so evenly matched between these guys at the moment. Once they get into the flow, they seem to be working. Difficult reading each other, and so they've each got such a wide range of moves available to them. So a little miss there by Mingzi though. Tried to throw Avatar up in the air, didn't work.
Avatar's
managed it that
leave
time
him
though.
really vulnerable, I think.
Bang! And it's a knockout. First match to Mingzi, and he takes first blood there. Very confident. Avatar not looking as confident there, is he?
No, he's looking a bit shaken there, mate.
He's thinking, what? Needs a bit of extra help there from his co-teammates. We'll see what happens.
Get some tips.
On to the next match now. Still a bit of a wry smile. He's got a few secrets.
He's got some gas in the tank still. He's not tired yet. But yeah, it's a really good opening fight. I enjoyed that a lot.
And on to his second match now. Any particular environmental issues on this match, Ben?
Not really. You can hit each other into the kind of scenery. There is a tier which knocks you down onto the beach. Can do a little bit of damage, but the stairway isn't that big, so it's not really something you really want to be too worried about.
Nothing too major.
It'll happen or it won't, basically. No one's going to really try and position themselves in a place like
Already Mingzi's off to a fantastic start in the second round, and he's looking very strong. He just needs a few little punches here, but Avatar's not giving up. If he can get a few good combos in here, he can come back, and it's looking very strong for him. Suddenly, all of a sudden, very close between these two now.
Avatar has to get close to his attacks here.
Oh! Mingzi comes in, those final few hits, fantastic. 1-0 to Mingzi, and again, the guy's looking so strong here, so determined.
Some of Avatar's moves leave him facing away from his opponent. That's kind of a backhanded slap, which leaves him really vulnerable. You don't want to be standing there with your back facing your opponent.
No. And the oranges are rolling across the floor there, bashing each other into the scenery. Looks like Avatar wants to come back into this. He needs to do it as soon as possible.
Getting a bit close to the stairs there, but no.
Now, viewers, this is a best of 9 this time, so of course it's the first to 5.
Yeah, and
so there's all the time still to come back into this yet, but it is 2-0 in this match to Mingzi.
Oh, and he's gone down the stairs. Look at that. No, there's quite a bit of damage there, actually.
Wow, that actually did look quite painful.
Soft landing through the balloon. Oh! Yeah, using the wall really well, man.
Yeah, very
nice. And a perfect victory.
And that really hurt, didn't it? Wow. So that's a confident win there. Second match win to Mingzi. And, he's taking the lead at the moment. He's read his opponent. Look at him. Cold, calm and collected. No emotion from him at all there.
He just can't wait to do a demolition job.
Get ready?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think Ryan picked up earlier that he was looking very confident. When a guy is that confident going into with this pressure, going into a final, you've got a tough opponent. Through the window there as well.
Yeah.
There's that window smash we were looking for earlier.
That's it. Come off on a nice 6-hit combo there. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Followed up by a short 2-hit combo there. But here he comes. He's straight back at him.
5-hit combo and KO. Wow. Avatar comes back into it there. Needs a few more of those combos. Slow start here. 2-hit combo, but slow start.
Both characters have quite a short range, I think. They've got to get pretty close to each other. It's a risky fight.
And a throw there. That was a powerful throw move and a very confident comeback by Mingzi there. No mucking around. It was 1-1 in this third match.
Through the window there. Making quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, now he's learnt that tactic from before. Done him good. Avatar's looking looking good in this round.
Nice counter.
Blocking, counters, and counter hits as well. Very close between these two. Mingzi's come right back into it, but Avatar managed to hold it in the end, and now it's 2-1 in this match to Avatar. So, let's see how
really good counter there, but he didn't follow it up with the Izuna drop. What's he thinking?
I know, he missed out on a maximum damage hit there.
Here he goes, he's going to do it this time. Oh, there
Fantastic.
We go.
Ow.
Look at that damage.
At the damage on that move. That's an enormous amount of damage from that move. You should imagine it's quite complex to pull that off on a regular basis.
It's a tricky move,
especially when you're playing at this level. And of course, as Brian was saying, you do have to practice all of these combos before the fight.
Yeah, we saw during the break some of the players were practicing, getting a few rounds in. Just 2-2.
Yep, 2-2 between these two, and it's very close now. Avatar really needs to come back into this as early as possible, i.e. now, Ben.
Yeah, he doesn't want to let it go too long. And this Izuna drop seems to be a bit of an Achilles heel for him at the moment.
It's absolutely killing Avatar. I should imagine Avatar's getting a little bit frustrated now.
Should have learned that move by now. You can counter that with a throw of your own, so there's no excuse for it.
But Mingzi, wow. Three matches to nil for Mingzi. He's looking very strong. Avatar losing a bit of his composure, maybe.
I think that combo throws getting right into his skin there.
It's got to be, isn't it?
The full foul of the same move over the game. But this is good. This is a classic battle now. Battle on the bridge, you know, who's going to be the first to fall off. And you will suffer quite a lot here. So you don't want to be the first to take that massive hit.
And pressure could be an issue here for Avatar, couldn't it? You know, I mean, like you say, sometimes when you're under pressure, you can miss up the simplest of combinations.
Yeah, all the moves you can practice is great because then they go out the window and you can just be kind of bottling it and going for the very basic moves.
Well, so a good start to the round here for Avatar. Needs this, and a couple of good combos. Wins him 1-0 this round. Now, it's now or never for Avatar. He really needs to go for it. I'll tell you.
Avatar's moves are getting more unpredictable. You know, he's moving a bit faster. He's mixing it up a bit more. I think that's a good tactic.
Get away from those grabs as well. Because Mingzi gets him in a grab, he really does take an awful lot of life off. So we're going to have to see how these guys do.
Counter throw into the wall, fantastic.
Fantastic counter throw there. That was classic play at this level.
He knew what he was doing there. That was no accident.
Again, this bittiness creeping in here, but that's the final move there. Fantastic. It's now 1-1 now between these two in this fourth fight. It's 3 matches to 0 to Mingzi. Best of 9, so that's first to 5. We'll have to see how they go, Ben.
Yep, definitely. He's starting to do some juggles now. Oh no, it's the Azuna drop. Oh, damage it.
Said it. You said it, Ben, and then it happens. Wow, such a strong move, so powerful. Look at that. It's over. It's over before you know it with that move. It is so powerful. 2-1 to Mingzi. This is a bit of a whitewash so far.
It's a difficult stage as well because you know you've constantly got bits of scenery moving in front of the camera. It can be a bit distracting, I think.
I think Avatar's definitely losing some composure here. He's not doing the damage. Mingzi's all over him at the moment. And again, another confident win now. I don't think Avatar can find a way around him. I think he's having real problems trying to find an opportunity to beat him there.
You can see it slowly slipping away, but we shouldn't write it off yet, I think.
Well, it's 4 matches now. He needs to get the 5, and Avatar, if he's going to come back into it, it's now or never. If Mingzi wins this, it's going to be a whitewash.
Yeah, and that's a bit of a shocker from someone who, you know, kind of won the World Collaborative Games Championships. You don't expect them to lose 5-0.
Not in a whitewash. I think that shows what a stunning, staggering performance this is from Mingzi.
But 1-0 to Avatar.
He's reading his opponent and he's taking them apart. And this is utterly fantastic play from him here. This is turning into a demonstration almost, but Avatar's won that first round. Avatar doesn't want this to be a whitewash, does he?
No, definitely not. He's playing for pride now.
Playing for pride. Mingzi, he's having none of it, as we say that. And it's
Avatar started off strong this match, and I think he's probably got a little bit of gas left.
This is important. I noticed that some characters very quick, you know, and Ayani's very quick when she gets you against the wall.
Yeah, and her wall attacks are very, very damaging, especially on the stage.
So it's 2-1 now. Avatar leading this match. Mingzi's got to make sure he doesn't get near the wall. He wants to get it out the ring. Ouch.
Well.
And again, that throw comes in
so
handy.
You're getting seeing that move.
Yes, he used it a lot, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, fantastic combos, counter hits. You know, Mingzi's in control in this round so far. That move there again, fantastic, and he wins it. Look at the range of moves he's using. It's 2-2 now. Now, if Mingzi wins this, he wins the match today. So we're very close now. Oh, yeah, I know Avatar doesn't want it to be a whitewash. No, I don't know. Avatar's not over yet. He's really trying to get back into this.
Avatar has access to some teleportation moves. I think
look at the range of moves there. Abashes against the wall.
Oh, this is a bit of a disaster for Avatar.
Oh no.
Come on, Avatar.
Avatar, he might win this match. It's very close between these two. Oh! And he might try
very
a
close.
minute.
I want to see this go on. I want to see this go on.
Avatar wins the match.
Oh, that's
he manages to prevent the whitewash.
Avatar manages to salvage his pride.
I'm telling you, there'll be nobody more relieved than him, and you can see it written all over him now.
This could be the start of a massive fight back.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It was very close there. I don't know. It's going to be a tough uphill battle now.
Avatar wants to take the title back to Birmingham. Can't wait.
Well, he does, but Mingzi is strong. I think Mingzi, this is a much better level for Mingzi's character. Obviously, no walls.
And apparently, Mingzi was saying he's got the pride of China at stake, so that's a big responsibility.
A very big responsibility there for him. So he really wants to do some damage now. Look, it's very close again in this round. Maybe Avatar's trying to find a way around it, but we'll have to see.
There's a case of Avatar turning his back on his opponent again. You see, these backhanded slaps are really leaving him very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable. Ow, that was a powerful move there, and it's 1-0 to Mingzi in this match here. Again, Mingzi wins now. If he wins the match, he wins the entire tournament today.
Attacks are relentless in this battle.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect victory, honestly. 2-0 up.
Fantastic and a perfect. Wow. That was fantastic. 2-0, 1 round away from winning the match championship today. It's looking good for him.
The adrenaline's got to be running now. I mean, no one can stand this kind of pressure.
No, he's looking very good. Slightly out of range on that move there. Needs to come back into it. A couple of combos here. A lot of 2-hit combos. Nobody's getting much further than that.
Oh, Avatar played well there. He's
2-all
very
though.
cagey.
Oh, no, what 2-1 now? Looking at Avatar coming back a little bit.
I think Avatar's going into the kind of long-range moves now. It seems to be paying off. If he gets away from Mingzi, he can't do the Azuma drop.
Now Mingzi's trying to exactly, and Mingzi's trying to read him, but getting stuck by the wall.
Oh, that was
another
great
match
use of
here.
the level.
Exactly, utterly fantastic from Avatar. Great play, pushed him against the wall, and that made his character much better, stronger position, Ben.
Yeah, it's still 1 win away, so this is all to play for.
Oh, it's very close between these two guys now. It's 2-all in this match. Avatar's doing the best he can to come back into it. He was 4-0 down. It's now 4-1 overall. And we'll have to see. There's that drop. Oh, it's very close.
Avatar's lost
it's
it.
Looking good, and it's over. Mingzi there, he done fantastic. 5-1 in victories, and Mingzi is the match winner today. There he is, and we go back to Emily in the studio. Hello, Emily.
Well, that was nicely done. I think we could all do with a cup of Bruce Lee after that. It really has been hotting up. Don't go anywhere. Do join us after the break for all the post-match analysis, reaction, and of course, gossip with our winner, the one and only Mingzi.
Over. The latest issue of OK has arrived. This week, world exclusive. Brad and George invite only OK to the party of the decade. Plus, Sheryl Crow introduces adopted baby Wyatt. It's out every week and is in the shops now. I'm going in for my copy. Copy? OK Magazine. First for celebrity news.
With Tuxedo's Blue Diamond card, everyone is welcome. Activate instantly, top up and use in millions of locations worldwide. Go shopping, use online and withdraw cash from ATMs. Give a card to family and friends here or overseas. Even use to receive your wages. Everything is provided when you get your pay-as-you-go pack, including your prepaid Maestro card. Call free 0800 915 2000 to get yours now. That's 0800 915 2000 or go online.
Coming soon on The Match. 8 of the meanest drivers in the dirt.
They're off the line and away they go.
Buckle up and hold on tight for Motorstorm Mayhem.
Very nice there. Bit of a pro. Oh, lost a couple of competitors there though. Oh, we're seeing cars exploding everywhere now. Unbelievable.
The Match. Motorstorm. Let's get dirty. Coming soon on The Match. 8 of the meanest drivers in the dirt.
They're off the line and away they go.
Buckle up and hold on tight for Motorstorm Mayhem.
Very nice there. Bit of a pro. Oh, lost a couple of competitors there though. Oh, we're seeing cars exploding everywhere now. Unbelievable.
The Match. Motorstorm. Let's get dirty.
Welcome back to the match. A hotly fought final, I think we can all agree, but really 5-1, was it any contest?
Well, it was fantastic actually, but I don't know, Avatar didn't get into his game initially, you know, and I think some of his moves were read early on. I mean, Ryan, what do you think of it?
Yeah, as I said, I thought Mingzi was just going to sit back and try and soak up the pressure, and that's exactly what happened. Avatar came rushing in and just fell into so many Azuna drop counters, it was ridiculous. Then after that I think he froze up a bit and just started letting it affect him psychologically.
I mean, you were saying earlier that when you're doing a tournament, nerves can come into play, and Mingzi really, you've been saying he's cool, calm and collected through and through. Does that help?
Well, I like the way he read his opponent quite well. I always felt he was good at reading his opponent. Every opponent he was up against, he sort of adapted his game a little bit towards them, you know, and that's really, you know, under pressure, because you're always under pressure in there, you know, and it's when you're looking at your combos and your combo breakers, it's the more difficult moves can sometimes fall away. Even some of the simple moves fall away in tournament, as Ryan was mentioned earlier. And he held it all together, and it was just great play for him.
He was super confident. I think he only missed 1 or 2 Izuna drop counters throughout the whole thing, and that just shows when you're that confident what it can do for you.
Well, it was certainly a pleasure to watch, certainly for me. Let's take a look at the action from the final. These are the highlights.
You can see here Ayane, Avatar just rushing him down endlessly. Mingzi not really trying to force the issue too much, but there you go. The Izuna drop counter, the first of many, and that really set the tone for the rest of the match.
Definitely. I think that's probably going to causing Avatar some frustration about halfway into the match. You know, he really got into his stride, didn't he, early on, and took it, you know, all the way. This was, I think, the second match here, but took it all the way to 4-0, and it was just looking so strong today. But he was using quite small repertoire moves, but he just understood his opponent.
Well, when a move works, there's no reason to change it. It's just textbook tournament play. And I also think Avatar had a problem in that when he was rushing, he just didn't know how to slow it down or change gears or change his approach.
This is where it's 4-0 already.
Yeah, Avatar did eventually get a win. I think he deserved one, to be fair. He's been pretty good all day.
Avatar's only win that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, he used the walls, his environment a bit there, didn't he? Very quick moves. I think that was what kind of helped him out.
But again, the Izuna drop, that was the bane of his life.
He's using that drop move quite a lot, isn't it? It's a bit of a winning formula.
It worked, absolutely. And if, that's what I'm saying. If it wins, goes it again and again. And it was up to Avatar to find a way to counter that. But there's our winner there. Fantastic.
And there's the man of the match, the winner, our one and only Mingzi. It really was really well played, wasn't it? Was it a pleasure to watch? I mean, did you find it a bit of a headache to actually commentate on? It's so fast, isn't it?
It's fast, but it's difficult. Some matches are quite bitty, you know, because you're not getting long combos. All the combos, you know, 2-hit, 5-hit, is, you know, that was a sort of an issue with the sort of commentary of it. Whereas if someone's doing a nice long combo, it's easy to say, wow, there's a 15-hit combo. We weren't getting there today. But great play. I mean, these are top players, you know, doing the business, and it's great to see it on TV.
Yeah, it was good fun to watch. If it brings more people into fighting games, then all the better for it.
Okay, well, I think it's enough from us. Let's go over to Kate now, who's with both the winner and the runner-up.
Thank you very much. Here I am with Avatar and Mingzi, second and first place. Well, congratulations, guys. I mean, I know you didn't win, but second place is still pretty good. But, you know, the last time that we spoke, you were all fighting talk, and during the game you even had a coach sat beside you. But was it a matter of all talk, no action?
Well, I mean, Messi's an accomplished player in Asia. This is the first time we fought each other in a tournament setting, so I really didn't know what to expect. I was just talking, you know, talk.
I mean, behind the scenes, you were telling me that you two have been friends for a couple of years, and this is actually the first time you've met today.
Yeah, well, we first started playing each other in DOA4 Ultimate. That was about 2 years ago. But this is the first tournament we've fought each other.
So come on then, why did you get so utterly destroyed?
Well, 5-1, I mean, I must have been doing something wrong. All the great Ayane players, like XDS from Canada, they always say, keep your distance, use the backspins, let them come to you, have a good defense with punish. Except when I created some distance, Messi just didn't come up to me, so I had to come up to him. And offensive Ayane is not such a great Ayane.
So perhaps a little more patience would have won the game. Mingzi, what do you think?
Well, I think, yeah, actually, I didn't think Padawan can be that good. Yeah, that's why I should beat him 5-0 or something. Yeah.
So you were pretty confident that you were going to beat him then?
Yeah, I was, because I saw the way he played, you know, during the tournament matches, and then I sort of know what's going on, and then.
So come on then, make him feel bad. Tell him where he went wrong and how he can improve.
Well, okay, you're being too offensive. That's number one. Okay, number two, you should stop trash talking to good players. Okay, number three, you should have come to me for me as your teacher. You know, not some other players. I'm the best. Okay.
So then maybe the next time you guys up, maybe you will be victorious.
Yeah, well, I've learned from this experience, maybe a strategy change or maybe even a character change, because Ayane has failed me on quite a few tournaments now.
That's it, blame it on the woman. I've heard it before. Well, thanks guys, and congratulations again.
Well, it was nice to see the winner and the runner-up there being quite friendly at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Mingzi there. It's quite entertaining.
Well, then actually, I think it's very nice to see that they'd kind of played each other online already, which is one of the great things about XLeague. They're taking the online gaming community where people have already met and making it kind of public, and they are actually friends at the end of it, which is really good.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, the beat 'em up community in general, they all have known each other a very long time. A lot of them come through arcade gaming, and these leagues were all very small, years ago, 8, 9, 10 years ago, and it's sort of built up, and of course online it expands that community, different countries and so on, and XLeague brings those people together, and of course we'll see more of that and more of the better players.
Absolutely. I mean, it's good to see players who have been playing online still making the effort to go to offline tournaments. So it's all good. It's all good for fighting games and the fighting games community. So.
And what about, not that Avatar needs advice at all, but what advice would you give him to perhaps have a bit of a comeback after that?
I don't think I could sum it up any better than Mingzi did, to be honest. I mean, stop trash talking. what else can you say after that?
Handbags at dawn!
I mean, Mingzi was very, very confident, and like Mingzi pointed out, it was that Avatar just kept rushing and rushing and rushing. I think Mingzi was waiting for it, so maybe just to slow down his game a little, as he says, pick a different character.
They do get quite competitive though at the end of the day. It is quite important. They are playing, let's face it, for money.
Yeah, you're playing to win, and that's what it's all about. You're there to beat your opponent. You beat them psychologically and in every way you can. If you go in defeated, you're not going to win. And I think Avatar went in there. He went in there to win, do the best he can. But Mingzi, wow, wasn't he strong today? And you saw it on there, and obviously he's super confident as well. Fantastic play, absolutely brilliant.
Did you enjoy watching it?
Absolutely, it was great fun. Really enjoyed it.
It really was. Well, I'm going to be looking forward to all the other matches we've got coming up. Hopefully we're going to be playing Dead or Alive 4 again very soon. Maybe some more beat-em-ups coming up in the match.
Well, we'll see. You never know. The thing with XLeague is, obviously, it's a new format. It's a great format for TV, and who knows what other beat-em-ups we'll see in the future as well. So there's always something to look forward to. Maybe some Street Fighter at some point as well, Ryan.
Fingers crossed.
Who knows? We'll see where it goes from here. But fantastic today, and we found a great player.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, and please do come back soon as the match brings you another 90 minutes of gaming entertainment. Remember, XLeague TV is the only place to watch professional gamers battle it out for cash prizes across all platforms. So whether it's the Xbox 360, PS3 or PC, we'll bring you the very best in UK gaming. Guaranteed. Well, it's been, what a day it's been. I'm hot and sweaty, quite frankly. If you could sum up the day in perhaps a noise or a sound effect, what would it be?
Bang.
Bang? I was hoping for some more hi-ya.
Or maybe I should go for
Okay, well, it's been absolutely fantastic. Do remember to join us next time on The Match. See you soon.
The Match was a Portland Enterprises production for XLeague.tv. Coming soon on The Match, the cream of the UK's Command and Conquer players battle it out for control of